or as, you know, the title says it all, when you wish that you could tell him I miss you. And now we're entering a different phase.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think, I suppose you know this better than anybody, what kind of phase is this? Is it a little bit more melancholy, the way that you sing about, you know, tell me the truth for once on Fool's Gold? Are we going to hear a lot more of that from you?
Um, it's interesting. I don't know if I would say melancholy.
Okay,
I would say it's definitely a love story because I love singing about love.
sure.
I don't know if I could say melancholy or there is an honesty to it and there's a depth to it, but there's also like an electricity to it at the same time, I would
Hmm.
say, if that makes any sense. There's soul to it. There's
Yeah,
soul to
yeah,
it. Yeah.
I
And I
agree.
think you feel that soul in Fool's Gold. So I've kind of kept that throughout the rest of the story, yeah.
Even in the instrumental choices, when I listen to Fool's Gold,
Right.
which I do
Yeah,
from
the
time.
live strings, the bass, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it speaks about a very different type of energy. And I really like it. Personally, I
Me
think
too.
that this is some of the best music you've ever put out. And I think that
Thank
you're,
you.
you know, you're trending in a direction that I at least am really looking forward to seeing more of. Um,
Thank you
I
very
wanted
much.
to take a moment and ask a couple of fan questions. So if you're in
Of
the chat,
course.
say again, sorry.
Of course, absolutely.
Because without the fans, where would we be, right?
Nowhere.
So I wrote down two, but if you're in the chat, type something in and we'll have a look and pick maybe one or two as we go as well. But I took a bunch of notes. I wanted to bring this one up from at Darling Sophia on Twitter. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. She wanted to know, what was your biggest inspiration, or maybe who, to start your singing career?
I honestly, I don't remember not knowing that I was going to do this for the rest of my life.
Wow.
I don't remember. I remember being 3 years old. My earliest memories, I was singing and I was performing. And I guess my first introduction to music was Madonna's Don't Cry for Me Argentina and Disney Princesses. That was my first introduction to music. But I remember the first time that I saw a performance that I was like, wow, I need to do that one day. It was when I saw Cher's concert. And I kind of always used that as like a benchmark, if that makes sense. But it was watching Cher live, watching Beyonce live, watching Jennifer Lopez live, these powerhouses who did it all. Those were kind of my inspirations.
Definitely. I saw something flash by briefly in the chat, and I'd like to kind of paraphrase it because it was a little long. But in your words, in the way that you kind of see your support, which is massive, and you have a huge base of supporters all across the world, who is a fan of Sofia Carson? What is she? Where is she? What does she
Oh,
like?
wow. That's such a beautiful question. I am so madly in love with the family that we have created. And I'm in touch with so many as much as I possibly can, and I get the pleasure of meeting them every time that I travel and hugging them, and we connect, and they're just such beautiful, giving souls, and they're selfless, and they're powerful, and they're strong, and they're independent, and they have dreams. But what has blown my mind the most is how giving they are, not only with each other. Like I always get asked if I've had bad experiences on social media because I know that every artist that I know has a difficult relationship with social media. And I have not had a single instance, Alex, not a single one of any negativity. And that's
Wow.
unheard of. And that's because of them. They're just so generous. And with my work with Unicef, I think they're also just really generous souls naturally. And they also do UNICEF fundraisers themselves. And they're amazing.
Definitely. That
Yeah.
was another thing, actually, that's definitely worth bringing up is your UNICEF ambassadorship,
Yes.
because as we've moved through these difficult times as a society and as a one collective people, it has become more important than ever to stay connected in what's happening in the world. It's become more important than ever to spread love across boundaries. It's become more important than ever to embody what UNICEF and what yourself through your work with UNICEF embodies. What would you say in terms of somebody looking at your work? What are you trying to do for the world in the midst of all these difficult things that we have to deal with?
think the greatest and the most important thing that we can do right now is to use our voices to be beacons of hope and kindness and unity and love. And if my songs or my films or my work with UNICEF could inspire that in one girl, or to make one girl in one corner of the world feel seen and loved, then I've done my job. But as you say, now more than ever, we just need to be beacons of hope. And I think so many of us are doing that, and there's nothing more beautiful and more important.
That's amazing. And I know for a fact that you're inspiring a lot of that too. So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
congratulations in that sense
Thank
to you as
you.
well. One last fan question real quick from @LoveIsHerNameSC on Twitter. She asked, so when you were growing up, you wanted to be a star. You wanted to be what you're doing now. And we're never truly done growing. But she says, now that you are a star, I think it's safe to say you are a star. Did you ever imagine that your work and your creativity would reach as far as it has?
I don't think so. I don't think we can wrap our heads around what it means to have this platform and to have the blessing that is this opportunity to share music with the world and the impact that it has. I dreamt of it my whole life, but I think now living it, it feels perhaps even more magical at times than I would have imagined. Especially the impact part. That's the part that means the most to me. It fulfills me the most.
Absolutely. Well, I don't want to keep you forever, but I do want to bring back one of the highlights of last time we spoke, because I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope
Yes.
the chat is paying attention. You know what's coming here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to turn off the chat, and I need the chat to pay attention real quick. I like to wrap up sessions with a little bit of an Instagram Live photo shoot, because we can't quite take a picture arm in arm like we would if you came into the studio. So this is the next best thing. So what I would like to do, as long as you're game for it, is hit some poses, have the chat take some screenshots, and then DM those to us, so that way we have them.
Let's do it.
I will follow your lead, whatever you want to do.
Tell us when. Okay, we'll go like this first.
Yeah, let's, cool.
I love you. No, blow a kiss. Okay, you do one next.
Okay, let's see. Something, intimidation. Yeah, fierce.
I don't know if you and I could ever look fierce or intimidating, Alex.
I don't think so. I try.
Think so.
I really try. I like to pretend.
I tried to, but it doesn't work out.
But you want to do one more in chat? You better be taking these screenshots, otherwise I don't have them. So.
Okay, let's do one more. I don't know what it is.
Let's see. How about something silly? How about something? Okay. Maybe tongue out, or yeah.
There we go.
People always tell me my tongue.
Alex.
Thank you, Sophia, not only for the extremely fun photo shoot, but also for the great conversation, and for all the music, for all the movies, for all the entertainment, and really just for being a beacon of hope in these, insert adjective here, troubling, unprecedented times.
Insert adjective here. Yeah, well said. Thank you. You're so kind. Thank you. I always really enjoy our conversations. Looking forward to next time. Hopefully it'll be in less than a year.
Hopefully, yeah.
And well, maybe in person. Maybe in person.
Please, if you're ever in Virginia Beach, your people hit my people, and let's get together.
Done. Have the
All
best
right.
day.
Well,
bye, guys.
Until next time. See you later.
Bye, Alex. Till next time.
Bye.